from the book of Esther this morning. Book of Esther this morning. Esther 1, verses 3 through 12. Esther 1, verses 3 through 12. Amen. All right. See, everybody got their electronic devices out. This is usually the time that I say it's called a table of contents. But Book of Esther this morning. Esther 1, verses 3 through 12. But first, let us recite our mission statement found printed on the backs of our bulletins so we can remind ourselves why we exist as a congregation. Let us read that together. To establish a Christ-centered church
for the holistic care of the people of the world in a way that provides a people-inclusive environment conducive to praise, worship, and spiritual growth. This church will promote the uncompromised Word of God in the feeding of the hungry, healing and deliverance of the sick and oppressed, clothing the naked, welcoming the stranger, visiting the prison bound, educating the unlearned, and loving the unloved.
We will
also support other ministries and organizations sharing our mission so that communities of believers are formed and transformed by the renewing of hearts and minds
to the good
and acceptable will of God.
Amen. Again, from the book of Esther this morning, Esther 1, verses 3 through 12. Hear now the word of the Lord from the New Revised Standard Version of God's holy and precious word. In the 3rd year of his reign, he gave a banquet for all his officials and ministers. The army of Persia and Media and the nobles and governors of the provinces were present. While he displayed the great wealth of the kingdom and the splendor and pomp of his majesty for many days, 180 days in all. That's 6 months. When these days were completed, you thought you could pop. The king gave for all the people present in the citadel of Susa a great and small, both great and small, a banquet lasting for 7 days. In the court of the garden of the king's palace, that's a week. There were white cotton curtains and blue hangings tied with cords of fine linen, and purple to silver rings and marble pillars. A little bit of blue and white there along with some purple.
Yes.
There were couches of gold and silver on a mosaic pavement of porphyry, marble, mother of pearl, and colored stone. Drinks were served in golden goblets of different kinds, and the royal wine was lavished according to the bounty of the king. Drinking was by flagons without restraint. For the king had given orders to all of the officials of his palace to do as each one desired. Furthermore, Queen Vashti gave a banquet for the women in the palace of King Ahasuerus. On the 7th day, when the king was merry with wine, he commanded the 7 eunuchs who attended him to bring Queen Vashti before the king wearing the royal crown in order to show the peoples and the officials her beauty, for she was fair to behold. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command conveyed by the eunuchs. At this, the king was enraged, and his anger burned within him. This is the word of God for the people of God.
Praise be to God.
Let us pray. Gracious God and our Lord, we give you thanks for your word this morning. We ask now that you penetrate deep within our spirits and souls. Meditate on our hearts so we can understand what it is you want us to take away from your word. Help us to be able to share it with others, and then, Lord, help us to be able to live it each and every day. Oh, Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. The people of God say it. Amen. Amen. As I shared earlier, I was inspired by the women marches all across the country on yesterday. And so I thought that I revisit a passage in the book of Esther and began messing around with the power to say no. The power to say no. There was a big celebration going on. It was a party given by the king, and everybody wanted to be on the guest list. Everybody wanted to be there so they could say, I was at the party with the king. This was a big celebration. No party could touch it. No party could match it. How big was this party? Well, the party now went, it didn't go on for just a night. Not even for a week. No, this party lasted 180 days. 6 months. The king showed his wealth to all the people who were invited. And when this big party was over, the king on top of that gave a banquet that lasted another 7 days. Everyone from the greatest to the least was there. Everybody had enough to eat, and everybody had a good time. The place where this banquet was held was nice too. In the king's garden, the place was simply majestic. Beauty all around as the hangings of white and blue were fastened around the purple linens with silver rings and marble pillars. The couches were even made of gold and silver and lined with other costly stones. And yes, there was plenty of wine too. You know, in order to have a good party back then in 400 BC, you had to have some wine. No. Yeah, somebody said 2017, God. Not some of that MD 2020 stuff. No, not Red Lady, no Thunderbird, no malt, duck, or champagne, or should I say champagne? None of that, you know, the gold and champagne. None of that. Everybody had to be done. Cristal. You know, the king made sure that everybody drank from the finest cup. And everybody got his or her fill. The king even told the wine stewards, don't worry about cutting anybody off. Let them drink until they drank enough, and then let them drink some more. Eat, drink, and be merry was the order of the day. But at the same time, the drink fest was going on. The queen had a banquet for the women folk in the palace. This is a reminder that the women folk need the fellowship too. This is why we emphasize women around here at G-Life, because we understand that women need to fellowship too. We men are always talking about male bonding, which I agree is important, but women need to be able to share with their friends as well. Get out the house, get your hair done, get your nails fixed up, put on your hat, look good for no apparent reason other than I look good to me and myself. Go get a massage, take some time off. Sometimes women are all pent up with frustration. They don't need a man all the time. They just need to relax and enjoy what they have. Go ahead. Some resting. Have some fun. Learn how to relax and read a book of men. You ought to be glad when they do that, because they're better to you. All right. Hello, somebody. Look at a movie. Don't do anything for a while. Get involved with yourself. And the children to a babysit, tell your husband there's some leftovers in the refrigerator, go out and have some time, while the men were getting drunk. The women were having a good old time as well. The queen gave the women folk food to eat, but their banquet at least as it recorded, was kind of subdued. It was a quiet party in comparison to the king. Maybe the queen and her subjects talked about issues of the day, how hard it was being a woman in the culture. Maybe they talked about their children, how they're growing up so fast that they could hardly believe their eyes. But more than likely, they probably were talking about the drunken men on the other side of the palace. Probably talk about how partners can't get any work done because he always want to drink and hang out with the fellas. Maybe they were talking about how hard it was to find this good man and that's going to be just respectful and nurturing. I don't know what they were talking. Maybe they were talking about how some men don't come to church as they ought. Leaving all the praying to the kids and to them. Maybe they talked about how the men folk they weren't drinking or, how they were just treating one another. Because sometimes we men don't treat each other right. I don't know what they were talking about. Maybe they were talking about stuff and issues and problems and concerns that not only affected them personally, but affected their families, affected their livelihoods. Because women are concerned not only on, quote, women issues, but on issues that are germane to their livelihood, like the economy. Amen. Maybe like getting paid the same dollar that a man gets paid. Maybe they are concerned about issues that are germane to them raising their family. Maybe they're just concerned about issues that's just going to be pertinent to them in order for them to make it in this society. But on the seventh and last day of the banquet, something happened. Well, you see, on the seventh day, the king was in high spirits, having a jolly old time. The king was feeling good about himself. Okay, he was drunk. That was my way of finding ways. I was trying to use euphemisms. I forgot I was at G-Love. I could just say it. He was drunk. Yeah. He had a wee bit much drink. Just one glass too good. On this day, the king sent his hired staff to the queen's party to bring the queen in to him. But this was not your normal request. It wasn't your, honey, come here, I want to tell you something request. No, this was an unusual request. The reason why the king wanted the queen to come was so that he could parade her beauty in front of the entire kingdom. See, Queen Vashti had it going on. The Bible says she was fair to look upon. In other words, she was fine. Is that all right? Probably stacked. Stacked. You know what stacked means? When she walked in the room, folks just frowned up. Just go. Behold the glory. Look at the wonders that God has. Vashti was beautiful. Now the drunken king wanted her to show herself in front of all of his drunken male friends. You see, ego and alcohol never really mix. Never has, never will. You don't know how stupid we can get until we get drunk. Not only drunk off the wine, but drunk off ourselves. The king became full of himself. Thought he had it going on like a pot of neck bones, all of that and a bag of chips. He was drunk off power, drunk off pride, drunk off of ego, and just plain drunk. They probably were bragging. We had the finest establishment. Maybe they wanted to know who could drop it like it was hot. Gonna make it clap. Maybe they wanted to know who looked the best in the skimpest outfits. And since the party was going on in the king's palace, maybe they thought that he could show off. So he summoned the queen to come with a crown parade in front of his drunken friend. I'll show you who the finest woman in the kingdom is. Let me get up for a moment. Hey, go get queen, Vash. Go get the queen. Go get the queen. Let her parade of beauty in front of me. There's a profound question that needs to be asked at this moment. What do you do now? What do you do when the man that you are with shows you where you truly stand? What do you do now? I mean, it wasn't all that bad before. Sure, we had some problems. But now he wants me to come out in front of his friends naked. What do I do now? King wanted her to even wear the crown while she did this, not only to bring shame to the position, but also let the people know that this mine right here. What do you do when you find out that you really meant nothing to somebody you thought was all there? Maybe somebody in here knows how Vashti felt. Maybe somebody in here can attest to the fact that Vashti was feeling hurt, angry, used, and abused all at the same time. Maybe somebody in here knows what it means to be rejected, what it means to pour out your feelings and get nothing back in return. Maybe somebody is feeling that right now. But not only that, I see men in here as well. Men, for some unknown reason, got drunk off the wine of male chauvinism. So intoxicated with being dominant, we sometimes neglect our God-given responsibility to love, cherish, and comfort, and stand with, and be with the women that God has placed in our lives. I'm not just talking about erotic love. I'm talking about family love. I'm talking about women that have raised you and nurtured you and been there for you. Yes, yes. Sometimes we men, in light of the women's marches from yesterday, we can get caught up in a patriarchal system that places everything in some sort of a demonic hierarchy that places the label of inferiority on women. Oh, but I came to remind somebody that we got a charge to keep. Yes. We got a story to tell and a God to serve. Yes. It's our responsibility to teach and mentor younger generation of women and men coming behind us. We have to set the example. And wow, man, stop putting the burden on raising children and raising a society all on the women.
Yeah.
Stop raising girls and just letting boys roam free. Gotta raise our children. Yes. And it's all judgmental and condemning to one group of people, and oh, that's all right, we're gonna make it in to another group. Yeah. We need to teach and to show. And the reason we need to do this is because we have to remember that we haven't always been holy ourselves. We haven't always been saved and sanctified. Haven't always been Bible toting and scripture quoting. Haven't always been in the church. Haven't always had nice things to say. We haven't always run with the right crowd. We haven't always just had one love in our lives. We haven't always wanted to talk about Jesus Christ. In our mentoring of young women and men, we need to remember those things as well. Yes. Can't just show up and talk about what you should do and what you can't do as if you never should have or could have or would have. What do you do when you're faced with the situation that Queen Vashti is? Vashti finds herself faced with a situation in which the man she loved now has, in all actuality, turned his back on her. Vashti ever wonder where she fitted in the scheme of things? She knows right now.
Yes, sir.
Well, one thing Vashti could have done was just go ahead and do what the king was asking.
Yeah.
She could have said, just to hold down confusion, I'll go ahead on and do it. Maybe he'll love you a little bit more than he did. Maybe he'll care for me if I try just a bit harder. You know, maybe it's my fault that he is asking me to come out there. Maybe I just haven't been as open with him as I should be. You know what? So many of our younger women, especially our younger women who are just really discovering themselves, they fall into this trap.
Yeah.
End up doing things that they have no business doing.
Yeah.
Just because they just want to hold down confusion.
Yeah.
Trying to buy somebody's love. They end up robbing themselves of respect and snatching self-worth and self-esteem right from their lives.
Yeah.
So wrapped up in a man that they don't even have time to figure out who they are and what they want to do. They put out and give so much.
Yes, Lord.
And get so little in return. So hell-bent on keeping this man that they would do practically anything in the world for him. So they end up doing stuff that they never said that they'll do. They have a baby or babies thinking that they will keep the man happy. Sometimes working 2 and 3 jobs to support the family while the man stays at home. They pay bills, buy clothes, cook his food, and to make matters worse, they take care of children from previous relationships while he doesn't care anything about them at all. They quietly hope things change.
You better talk to me.
But it's only getting worse. Sometimes it's hard to admit that I've made a mistake or I have invested too much time in a bad relationship. So they hang on a little too long sometimes. They hang on. But the second thing Vashti could have done was to grant the king's request. But do it for her own self-preservation. Or in other words, reclaim her agency by doing that. In other words, that since Vashti had a lot to lose, she could have just played along. See, Vashti was the queen. Every little girl's dream is to become the queen, right? Queen had a little power, prestige, and money. The queen had to live the good life. The queen lived comfortably. The queen could call her own party and have her own party and call her friends. The king might not have thought anything of Vashti, but they would at least kept her in the finest of clothes. But some of those fashion designers, y'all like Dana Buckman and Jones of New York, maybe. Some of those, I don't know. At least he could have been kept in fine fur.
Yes, sir.
Had the fur coat and the hat to match, and the fur around the wrist, and 3.5 inch heels, and then he stepping on out them red bottoms. They kept her in the finest restaurants, mama, and in the classiest of places. We all know something about that. We know what it's like to be afraid of losing the so-called good life.
Yeah.
You know what it is not to stand up for somebody or something that we know is wrong because we don't want to lose our position or our job. Or we don't want to stand up because we don't want to rock that boat of that promotion I might get down the road. And the women know about this option as well. Because sometimes many of our women have to put up with abuse and downright unrighteousness from men because they were afraid to give up what they had. Afraid of being isolated, totally independent, all alone by themselves. Reason why many stay in a bad and toxic relationship. They ration that at least the devil I know is better than the devil I might not know. They're conditioned to believe that happiness can only come from the bonds of marriage or being in a relationship. Come from the kids or the immediate family. That's where my happiness resides. I remember teaching a course over at the seminary several years ago, and we were talking about women, and we were, I think the class was on Tyler Perry films or something like that. We were looking at the religious significance. And I never forget this answer because it always bugged me, and I just, because one of the male students were talking about the character Medea and talking about his grandmother and grandmothers in the community, and how grandmothers, their only thing that they want to do ever in life is just to be with their children and grandchildren, and don't want to do anything else other than to please them, and their happiness really doesn't matter.
Where's my man?
And I just turned it over to the ladies. I said, ladies, you can have them. I just, talk to them about that. In other words, there is an expectation that your happiness is wrapped up in other folk.
Right.
And if other folk are not acting right, then you can't be happy. You got to shake that off as well. You need to find out that the only way to ensure happiness is by being with the Lord, and then understanding what the Lord would have you to do. Let's find out that the only way to live life fully is to understand what God has for you to do, and you go out and do it. Be with your friends, hang out, do whatever. Tell the grandkids, baby, I can't be with you on today. I got things to do. Because you too are human. You too have feelings,
Yes, Lord. Yes.
wants, and dare I even say needs. Which brings me to the third option. I want to tell somebody there is another option.
All right.
You can always say no.
Amen.
That's time. Don't miss this. In a culture that said that women didn't count, in a culture that said women didn't matter, in a culture that said women were less than a man, in a culture that said women had no rights, Vashti said no.
All right.
I hear Vashti saying this morning, no, I ain't coming to your drunken wine fest. No, I'm not going to parade myself around like some $2 hooker. No, you're not going to demean me in front of the whole entire kingdom. No, you're not going to disrespect me. No, you're not going to have your way with me. No, you're not going to score some homeboard points by using and abusing me. No, you're not going to boost your ego off me. No, you're not going to treat me as if I'm not a child of the living God. No, you're not going to do that. No, and if I decided to do that, it would be my own volition that I decide to do it. And I just came to tell the women this morning that you can shake it off and stand up and say no. No to the way you've been treated. That's what those marches were about yesterday. No to the way I've been treated. No to the way you've been victimized. No to the way you've been ostracized. No to the way you've been brutalized and marginalized. No to the unfair treatment you get in that work. No to the people who are damaging your deliverance and assaulting your assurance. No to the devil who's trying to take your children. No to the partner who's taking your love for granted. No to the same word but less play. No.
Come on, son.
Not going to stand up for it any longer. You too can stand up and say no.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we shout our way on to the close, I want to remind you, when you stand up and say no, when you stand up and march, when you hold your little sign, when you talk about all the things you're going to say no to, get ready for the consequences. Where you see after Vashti stood up to the king, you keep reading.
Yeah.
King got together again with his homies. They banished Vashti out of the palace.
Yeah.
In other words, the queen was replaced. She was stripped of her crown. Matter of fact, the king passed an edict and said that all the women in the kingdom need to recognize and realize that the man, look at that last verse in verse chapter 1, is the man is the king of his own castle or of his own home. She was replaced. And as she was leaving the palace, she probably maybe had her head down, but I like to think she had her head up
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
and her shoulders back.
Yes.
Probably didn't know where she was going. Probably didn't know how she was going to make it. Yeah, she probably missed the luxuries of the palace, the food, the plushness, the good conversation of her women folk. She might have thought what it would have been like if I just given in. Maybe I could still been at the palace. Then she might have thought if I given in on that,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the next thing?
Right.
Swallow my pride.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to that time. Very interesting because the Bible doesn't even mention her anymore. As far as we know, she was just cast off in the wilderness. Really no place to go. With the stigma of being a hard-headed queen, the fool who gave up everything so that she could be proud. It's amazing that the biblical writers don't follow the story of Vashti after that. It's almost as if she's a footnote. Even the name of the book that we're studying today is Esther, not Vashti. What happened to Vashti? Poor Vashti. She stood up and said no. So many times our women folk are cast off in the wilderness with no place to go. But it's then that we need to remember that we can go out with our heads lifted up. We can leave with dignity, respect, and purpose.
Yeah.
We can leave with our eyes on the prize because we know that God goes with us. We know that if we have to leave, God still goes with us and acts through us.
Yeah.
We know that God is a friend to the end.
Yeah.
God is our salvation, our rock, the way, the truth, and the life. That's why women have been able to stand up and say no. Because I believe that many of those women that were out there marching all around the world understood one thing. They said, I know that I'm marching. I know I got my daughters, I got my sons, I got my partners with me. I know that we are all marching, but we are not marching alone. We know that God goes with us. And I heard some of the women this weekend say, no matter what you do to me, God is with me all the way. No matter what you say to me, God is with me all the way. No matter how bad you hurt me, God is with me all the way. No matter how bad you treat me, God is with me all the way. And since God is with me, I can stand up now. I can demand now. I can be there now. I can be in your face each and every day, demanding and requiring you to be what God has called you to be. God is with us the whole way. And Vashti knew this. And the woman who replaced her, Esther, knew this as well. Because when it was time for Esther to stand up and say no to the king, Esther found the power to do so. And I hear Esther saying, I know I'm supposed to go into the king without an appointment, but my people are in trouble, and if I perish, I perish. And I came to remind somebody in here that you have the power to say no. You have the power to live, the power to heal, the power to forgive. You don't have to stay in your work. You don't have to stay in your funk. You don't have to worry about what he thinks or what they say, because you have the power to say no. And women all around this country yesterday, today, and forevermore are finding the power to say no. They are standing up to the abusive relationship and saying no. They are standing up to the wayward children and saying no. They are standing up to politicians and saying no. They are standing up to the lies told on them and saying no. They are standing up to people who want to just take away stuff that's important to them and saying no.
Thank you, Lord.
They're standing up. But here's the question, men, and everybody else who's not there yet. Will we stand up with them?
All right. Yeah. All right.
Will we march with them? We have to understand that we do not live by ourselves.
Yes.
We live with one and each other. And even if we are at home by ourselves, we're not independent by ourselves. We live interdependently amongst each other.
Yes.
Can I just be as clear as I possibly can? As I encourage you to stand up and say no to people trying to take your self-worth and self-dignity. Now I'm talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Amen.
What's good for women is good for the entire society. What's good for women
Yeah.
is good for the entire world.
Amen.
I hope and pray that we can all stand with these brave women that's going to come forth and be what God has called them to be.
Amen.
Amen.
Let us stand.